I had Taco Bell before we started.
I hope you shit this podcast.
What a horrible thing to say.
What a terrible thing to say.
Live from Cool Boys Central.
Ain't it cool?
You're the boss down there. I'm boss up here.
Hold your dicks and rub your tits.
You'll be ice cold.
Here come the Cool Boys.
Just a young boy.
So cool.
So cool.
So cool. Oh, it's Cool Boys.
Greetings, Cool Boy Nation, and welcome to IceCast.
Let's kick some ice.
A podcast where we talk about ice. Everything from ice cubes to ice dildos you jam in your ass. I'm Frosty Felk.
I'm Brisk Ballard.
Ooh, and I'm Nippy Noli. Woohoo! Nippies.
And gentlemen, for the first time, I can say so cool.
Yeah, definitely.
And mean it.
Definitely mean it. You guys ever had chafed nipples, by the way?
Chafed nipples? Is that like a drink, or do you mean like the actual physical threat on my body?
the physical threat on your body. Have you
Is
ever had
that
your nipples?
related to ice?
Well, it's nippy. I'm Nippy Noli.
I mean, that's more like outdoor coldness than ice. I mean, here at IceCast, we like to keep things focused on ice. I feel like you're straying from the purpose of our podcast here a little bit.
No, goddammit. I had a drink in my hand that had ice in it while I had these nippy nips. So can we talk about my nippy nips?
Yeah, you can talk about your
Let's talk about that drink in your hand.
I'm just eager to make my drink because it's special and magical.
Well, before I get to my drink, which is a Pinot Noir, by the way.
Yeah.
A lot.
Like a shot of it?
Yeah. I haven't.
Oh, no
I
one's
got a
breaking
bottle
up.
right here.
I've lost him.
Chill out.
He's frozen. Speaking of ice, Nolan is currently frozen.
Let it go. Let it go.
Oh! Let it go. Let it go.
Yeah, Nolan, we didn't hear what you were saying because you were frozen. Just like ice.
Back to the nips. Have you guys ever had chafed nipples?
Like I said, the physical threat on my body?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, I've chafed my nipples.
Yes. Yes, I have.
Oh, okay.
I've been swimming in the ocean, so definitely.
Oh.
I used to run 10Ks all the time.
Oh, that's how you got them. Oh, your nipples got so hard because you were working out so hard.
Well, I would go through Griffith Park, and up in the hills it'd be cold, and I mean I'd have to keep running to keep my body temperature up, and my nipples would chafe a little bit. I bought nipple tape.
Oh, nice.
No.
Never.
Nipplecast.
Yeah.
No, I had a
Next
wedding
week.
in Carmel in the winter, and I don't know if it was my shirt or the fact that
Beautiful
it was like
time of the
30
year.
degrees
Beautiful time of the
all
year.
night. Yeah, my nipples were so chafed, like half an inch was missing off the tip. It was so red and scabby that just putting on a nice, soft, delicate T-shirt was just super painful for my nips, and that's why I'm Nippy Noli.
Nippy Noli.
Oh, beautiful. So
Well, what are you guys drinking tonight, Felk?
okay, all right. So my drink requires some refrigeration and doesn't keep very well, so I have to make it live. But my drink is magical, and I'll be mixing it live on the air. You guys
great.
can talk about your own.
On-air drink mixing.
On-air drink mixing.
Yeah, wait, who hated this? Felk hated this.
Yeah.
Felk hated this.
So now he's making He's got a little song for it too.
Yeah, it's Harry Potter or something. He's making like butterbeer or something like that.
Butterscotch schnapps.
Yeah.
Oh, you called it.
One shot of that.
Oh, great. On-air drink mixing.
Actually, 1.5 shots of butterscotch schnapps. 1.5 shots. Sorry, it has whipped cream at the top. It wouldn't keep.
Oh, great. On-air drink mixing.
1 shot of vodka just to make it actually alcoholic.
Oh, great. On-air drink mixing. I feel like a musical number's happening right now.
Ow! Something fell on my foot.
Oh, great. On-air drink mixing.
Something fell on my foot.
Oh, great. On-air drink mixing.
He doesn't understand these things.
He doesn't understand these things.
No one's pretty. He doesn't understand these things.
Dude, I want to fuck you in the ass right now.
Pull my cock out. Hold on.
Oh, great. On-air drink mixing.
Oh, great. On-air drink mixing.
The key ingredients: actual flying cauldron butterscotch beer, non-alcoholic, but that's what the butterscotch schnapps and vodka is for.
Oh, great. On-air drink.
And on top it with whipped cream, because I recently went to Universal Studios and got to taste sweet horses. and I found it to be the most like delish thing ever. I loved it. It was non-alcoholic, and I immediately tried to replicate it. And then I figured out ways to make it alcoholic by looking for the internet. And the whipped cream on top is what makes it super tasty and it's delicious. I had a fun time at Universal Studios.
Sounds like it.
There she is. Butterbeer.
Nice.
Pretty alcoholic.
Taste it. Tell us.
Oh, you can really taste the vodka, but it's good. It's delicious.
I thought vodka was tasteless.
It's actually whipped cream. Smearing
I
off.
know. And now it's all over the top of your lips. Kind of makes me want to kiss you right now.
Ooh, looks like a little bit of jism.
Okay. What are you guys drinking? Well, we know no one's drinking red wine again. Ballard, you're drinking a Paddington?
You know me so well.
Or John Daly.
Dark brown, sweet and mysterious Paddington.
Named after the sexiest bear alive.
Yay.
Yay! All right. Any updates, boys?
Yeah, I got one.
What?
Speaking of IceCast, what's your guys' favorite chasing on ice?
That's actually almost exactly a boner moment I have in the list.
Okay, I'm just trying to go back to something ice. Someone say something about ice.
Ice is cold. I'm sorry, I'm just really enjoying my alcoholic butterbeer.
Okay.
On here, drinking.
Wow.
Speaking of ice, would you guys ever slide your dick in between like an ice pussy?
Is it a hot, fleshy, moist ice pussy?
No, it's ice. It's an ice pussy.
Probably not. Probably not, Ben.
You wouldn't want to just like fuck it and numb your dick to the point of no return.
Why would I want to numb my dick to the point of no return?
I mean, that's what Bryan Singer did with Sean Ashmore, the guy who played Iceman. I mean,
no, he did not.
he doesn't. I don't think he has ice powers.
Allegedly,
He doesn't have ice powers in real life, but in real life, he did like stay at Bryan Singer's house and live on his couch when he was like 17.
That makes sense
Yeah.
considering that he's like not a great actor and he's in the whole franchise. That's how he got the part?
Yep.
Oh.
By quote unquote sleeping on a couch.
Who's your favorite Iceman, Sean Ashmore or Val Kilmer?
Oh. Valley Val.
That's not really.
I thought it was Sean Ashmore.
Ashmore.
it's
I know,
Ashmore.
but he gets more ass.
Yeah.
So it might be like his nickname in like, certain circles.
God, this is so fucking good.
You just love your Harry Potter drink.
I know. Getting drunk just like Emma Watson did in that shitty one of the Harry Potters. She gets drunk on one of them.
Spoilers. Haven't seen one. Spoilers.
I had an interesting few days, guys. I spent one night for about 4 hours in the bathtub, puking out my fucking mouth and shitting out my asshole simultaneously
Don't get those the other way around. It's really bad though.
while suffering from a stomach flu. Yeah, I don't want to get those the other way around.
That's called Ebola.
There'd be times when I started I was puking and I was like, oh my God, on the toilet puking. And I was like, oh my God. And then at one point I was like, oh, I'm going to shit. There's nothing to do. And so you just strip naked as fast as you can, hop in that bathtub. And there's that weird moment when you're like puking and the muscles like contorting for you to puke forces the shit out and you really don't have the say. And you have that split second, that moment in your head when you go, oh, this is going to feel weird. And all that shit just lands on your feet. It's fucking disgusting, dude. And
Wait,
it's
this
warm.
happened? You were in a bathtub shitting and puking?
I was shitting and puking at the same time. I would literally puke, and then that muscle would force shit to come out. And I was shitting because it wouldn't just be like a quick. It would be like a.
Jesus Christ!
I would then be like, and the smell. I'd be like, and then I'd puke again.
What did
It
that
was horrible.
bathtub look like if I walked in there?
Well, for the first hour, you probably would have died walking in there from the methane. And then, by hour 2, I had the shower finally on because I knew I couldn't run the hot water the whole time. I would lose hot water. So I had to, I was, in this moment at, 5 in the morning now where I'm like, when can I turn the water on? Maybe now's a good time.
I think if that happened to me, I would just do everything in the shower.
Yeah, except you know what? You better have the right drain. Thank God I did this time because I've been in showers where I've shat and they do not have the right drain.
Okay. I'm just thinking about what our podcast is.
IceCast.
We're a podcast about movies, we're movie focused, but movies really are like number 2 on a list of things we talk about. But we're a movie podcast, and movie related subjects are our number 2 most discussed thing. Homosexuality in all its facets is number 1, and number 3 is shitting.
Yeah, and guys, you know, staying topical. I got one question before our boners get fabulous. Guys, would you rather shit from your dick or shit from your mouth for an entire week? In both scenarios, your ass is pounded on a continuous loop by the cast and crew of X-Men Days of Future Past.
No.
This is so topical.
Wow, how topical did this shit get?
Did you just wrote this, right?
No.
Sean Ashmore's in there.
Yeah, we're just thinking alike tonight.
Okay.
We're in sync.
Well, I mean, you did write it knowing that you'd be talking about. Oh no, wait! Nolan wrote this, and Ballard was the one who shit.
Yeah.
Did you guys
Yeah.
read it, and you did not collaborate?
No, we did not
No,
talk. I have been too busy, honestly, to like. This is awesome.
Yeah, thanks.
This is zero collaboration.
The viewers are really, or the listeners are really enjoying.
I'm
it.
loving this, guys. Okay, I'm just gonna say we're syncing so well.
I'll
Wow.
figure out how to do that. All right. Well, cool boys. Oh no, sorry. Cool boy nation.
we're
There
doing
was a
Would You
would you
Rather.
what?
We haven't done the Would You Rather yet.
Do we? I mean, that seems superfluous.
Why?
Superfluous.
It's an honest question.
Either way, it's 1 week, so it's either coming out your dick or your ass.
There's lots of variables.
No, dick or your mouth.
Dick or your mouth.
But either way, you're constantly being raped by the entire, I guess, male cast of X-Men Days of Future Past.
And I made it Days of Future Past just so we had Hugh Jackman in there to kind of like separate the pounding and have some fun.
All right, wait. I don't think we're asking the right questions here, guys. Okay, so when the shit comes out my dick hole, all right.
This is a good question.
Right? Is this like some kind of sea creature where it expands properly? There's no pain, and it doesn't hurt, or is that my normal Ballard and I'm shitting out my dick hole and it hurts like fucking hell?
I'm not sure it's hurting, but yeah, it's a good question. Like, is it coming out like spaghetti, or is it coming out like, are you making like a full like 2-inch diameter turd coming out? You're stretching your dick hole. That's a good question.
Yeah. And does your dick hole like open up like a fucking sea like creature and it's like whoa, and then like the shit comes out naturally, or is it like and it's ripping apart and shit like that as you shit?
I
out
think
that
if my
big
dick
ass?
hole has to open up like 3 inches wide, I'm probably gonna just shit out my mouth for a week. But I mean, that's horrible. Like, you can't leave your house. Like, your breath will be so bad.
Yeah, you're fucked. You're fucked.
Yeah, it has to be your dick. Ballard, you asked about fish. Birds have the same thing. You know what that hole is called when it's just at the end of the digestive tract and it's piss and shit? It's called a cloaca.
Oh, that's their colon. Yeah, that's a kind of colon that you can, I think, dislodge.
Well, birds have cloacas and they don't even have sphincters. Like
Rehash, IceCast.
birds just like the shit comes to
talked
the end of
about
the
this before.
digestive tract and it just falls out. That's why birds shit like while they're flying and like all over the place.
Oh yeah.
That's why when Alan Grant asked me if I bet I'll never look at birds the same way again, I'm like, yeah, they don't even have sphincters. Like dinosaurs, who cares? Whatever.
I think that's like almost verbatim what you said last time.
We talked about this before?
Yes, we've
yeah.
talked about this before.
You quote Dr. Grant a lot, and I like it.
Sweet pussy.
and we've talked about birds shitting out their colons and all that shit.
Yes, we have. But I guess
That's what happens when you get to episode 59 and you're a podcast about nothing. You just start rehashing shit around then.
so for shitting spaghetti or something like gooey out my dick, I'll take the dick. But if it's gonna be a big turd, I guess my mouth. But I mentioned that my breath would stink for a week, but it doesn't matter because we're getting fucked in the ass by the cast and crew of X-Men. We're not leaving the house.
You're not leaving the house.
You're stuck there
at
in that
all.
basement in Burbank.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, and think about it. If you got to shit out your dick hole, do you really want to be getting pounded in the ass? I think if I was shitting out my mouth, it might make more sense because then I can at least be like, yeah, I'm shitting. My shit's got to go somewhere.
Yeah, it's coming.
because I'm getting
They're
fucked in the
pounding so
ass.
hard, it would make sense, like biologically, that it would go upwards out your mouth as opposed. Well, could it go horizontal out your dick hole? I don't know.
I think you brought up a good point. I think absolutely. I think if you were to go straight from your ass and your colon and your big intestines directly into your penis hole, I think you'd probably be going through some vital organs there.
Yeah, I don't think it works that way, right? Biology.
Yeah.
They're not connected. The butthole and the dick hole are not connected.
That was neat. Well, I'm glad we talked about that.
No, you need to give your logical reason why you was shitting out your dick.
Oh, because it seems like you already piss out your dick, and I mean, it seems like that would be better than out your mouth where you taste it. I don't think I'm being raped all week. I mean, it doesn't really matter.
It's a good lineup, though. It's a solid fucking lineup. That's a nice cast and crew.
Oh, and crew. Jesus. So, do the women involved too, or is it just males?
No, it's everybody. Women, we're not.
Then I've had sex with Jennifer Lawrence by the end of that experience, technically speaking.
Yeah. Well, she put her finger in your butthole, I think.
That's fine.
His ass pounded. She didn't put your dick in her vagina. You're shitting out of it because you're a dick shitter.
Cool Boy Nation, if there is a would you rather you would like us to discuss on a future podcast, please email us at thecoolboyspodcast@gmail.com. Well, cool boys, I don't think you can get a more topical would you rather than that. Time to move on.
Yeah, really.
To our Cool Boys fabulous boner moments in movies. The setup is this. Each episode, all three Cool Boys have entered 10 different fabulous moments from movies into our Cool Boy boner hat for a total of, it's now at 85 possible selections.
We will then draw. It's too complicated to explain what we're doing.
We have way more than 30. We're lying. I don't like
lying. I don't think we need to do numbers. Just say we have boners in a boner hat.
Yeah, exactly.
Up to 5 selection.
You forgot about fabulous.
And except for the times we've done 9 and 6.
We will then draw a total of 5 moments this episode at random and then talk about all the fabulous boners they gave us.
Yes.
Now, these boners could have sprouted because of a specific heroic shot. Maybe it was a one-liner, perhaps a musical cue. Maybe it was the scene in Tango and Cash where Kurt Russell jammed his dick deep into Stallone's ass, then bent him over and made him drink the cum dripping from his beautiful butthole. Now, no one has seen each other's selections, so it will be a nice little surprise, even for us, every time a new boner is drawn. One last thing to mention before we start popping some fucking boners. Each boner moment drawn will have a discussion limit of 10 minutes, just to make sure we don't get too engorged. And most importantly, no most fabulous John Travolta's hair allowed. Okay, cool boys, let's grip our gaiters and start greasing. The first boner from the boner hat is... What is the best T2 sequel? That is, sequels after T2. That's Terminators 3 through 5.
Come with me if you want to live.
What is the best of the failed trilogy, the trilogy of failed trilogy starters?
Well...
And you know what? I almost forgot, so I'll go ahead and throw it in there. If you want to see as a whole, the best sequel is the television program Terminator, the Sarah Connor Chronicles.
Yeah.
That's in the play as well.
It's not a movie.
I'll start. I think the best is still Terminator 3.
What is your mission? To ensure the survival of John Connor. You are about to fail that mission.
Because it has Arnold in it. It's just a weak remake of T2. It's cinematography, despite being from the guy who did like Spider-Man and like a lot of good movies. He shoots it like Spider-Man. It's way too colorful. It looks like a TV movie. The villain is weak. But you know what? That was Arnold, and then he was governor. He came back, did that one movie. He financed his gubernatorial race with his $50 million plus back-end paycheck for that movie. And without it, we wouldn't have gotten Governor Arnold. And I think the movie as a whole, I mean, it's entertaining. It's a brisk pace, 1 hour, 40 minutes. Perhaps one of you thinks it's not the best Terminator sequel.
Desire is irrelevant. I am a machine.
No, I might agree with you. I mean, Genesis for me is almost unwatchable. I wanted to walk out of that experience. I haven't watched it since. I think it's awful. I maybe give it 1 out of 5 Cool Boys. It's a horrible.
Yeah, it's not in a releasable like state. That they set up, the whole movie is built around a mystery that the movie forgets about, and then at the very end it says, and we'll figure out, maybe next movie we'll figure out who actually sent back this Terminator.
John sent me here to save you.
From the Terminator that was sent back to kill me, I know, but we already took care of him.
We?
I've been waiting for you.
Yeah, so bad. What a bad fucking script that was. Oh my god. And the John Connor shit that went on. Oh, it doesn't even make sense.
Howard, you look angry. Are you okay?
What?
Did I do
No,
something to
no.
piss you off?
No.
Okay. Are you thinking about your answer?
Well, my answer, folk, I gotta agree with you, is I think Terminator 3 probably is.
Yeah.
That chase scene with the crane truck. That's still a good fucking T2 action or Terminator action scene.
Yeah, and the only problem is that it's the best thing in the movie by far, and it takes place in the first 20 minutes. And then after that, the
Yeah.
rest of the movie's downhill.
The problem with that movie is it's fucking all during the daytime. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. It starts at night, and then it goes day in that chase, and then that's it.
Yeah, and it tried too many jokes. You know, Terminator's not a jokey franchise, and also
No.
like they wanted to have like a lot of jokes in that one, especially
yeah.
at Arnold's expense.
Talk to the hand.
Hey, are you gonna pay for that?
Talk to the hand.
Yeah, I don't like Nick Stahl as John Connor, and I definitely can't stand any fucking what's her face as Claire Redfield or whatever her name is.
Claire Danes.
Who's the best post Edward Furlong? Who's the best post Edward Furlong John Connor?
Oh, well, that's easy. So first of all, my most fabulous post Terminator 2 Judgment Day Terminator film is also, I think, the best John Connor ever. And I think that's Terminator 4 Salvation.
Yeah.
And I think that's, Christian Bale. And of course, we have used his bites of him flipping the fuck out over and over again on this podcast.
No! No! Da-da-da-da like this in the background. What the fuck is it with you?
No. That's your
What the fuck are you
He's your
doing?
favorite John Connor? That's not even debatable. Like, he's not.
I said post Edward Furlong.
Oh, post Edward Furlong.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. Post Terminator 2.
okay.
But honestly, the only other John Carter I would put above
John Carter,
Christian Bale's
Taylor
John
Kitsch?
Carter. Oh, John Connor. John Connor above Christian Bale's John Connor,
from Mars.
is the John Connor from the beginning of T2. That
Yeah,
guy's awesome.
he's
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh,
I don't even know his fucking
nobody
name.
knows his name. He's not. I don't think he's an actor.
I think he died very violently.
Good.
Is he a stuntman? He might be a stuntman.
I think he's a stuntman.
Is that right?
Sexy
Well,
lifestyle.
they do have a short shelf life. I mean, the worst John Connor is Thomas Dekker from the Sarah Connor Chronicles. He's terrible.
He's also homosexual.
That makes sense.
Didn't make him the worst John Connor, but I'm just pointing that out there.
3, 2, 1, jump!
Stuntmen love to get stunted in the butt, and they love to go fuck at clubhouses.
They go to your clothes.
Lasers, smoke, disco, ass, dick, everything. Dick shot, ass shot, dick shot, ass shot, dick shot, ass shot, dick shot, ass shot.
Stuntmen love to get stunted.
Salvation is a watchable movie. It is clearly meant to set up a trilogy that never happens. So, that is when we look back at movies in the oddies, 2000 to 2010, we're going to remember that too many movies thought they'd have another movie and spent way too much time setting up the next movie.
Mm-hmm.
And even, I mean, that continued on to like the Spider-Man trilogy, the failed one, there's only two movies.
But here's the thing. In the 80s, Felk, that also happened rampantly. The only thing was that in the 80s, it was always played off as a,
joke.
You as the audience, you figure it out what their story continues to be. I mean, even Terminator, the Terminator, ends with promises of more movies, and they didn't need another film.
No.
I mean, it got a great sequel. I mean, the best fucking sequel probably of all time. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, Aliens. But I would think that that was something that was common in the 80s as well. I just think the oddies, I think it was too Golden Compassy maybe, where they it was too on the nose.
Golden Compass is a great example because that movie is an incomplete story. And it's
and we'll actually go on to great adventures.
Yeah.
And then
What's
it just the
Golden
movie
Compass?
credit rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Golden Compass, yeah. That's how it actually ends. It's something like, we're gonna have great adventures, aren't we? And then no other film ever happened.
No, there's a lot of that. Of we'll solve the mystery later. And if Terminator Salvation has that problem, Genesis is nothing but setup for like more movies, and it's just a failure. That's why I like T3, because T3 is a self-contained movie.
Yeah.
I don't like T3 at all.
Explain.
I want to interject real quick. Michael Edwards, who portrayed the future John Connor in Terminator 2, is very much alive. That was my bad.
No, I like to think that he got into like a car crash doing cocaine off like a hooker's tit on the 5, going like 85.
Yeah, I vastly prefer Ballard's story, so I'm just going to rewrite. Let's just rewrite history, and like, that was a violent but hooker-filled death.
The best death.
Rest in peace, Michael Edwards.
Yeah.
Michael Edwards, who portrayed the future John Connor in Terminator 2, got into like a car crash doing cocaine off like a hooker's tit on the 5, going like 85.
Yeah, that was a violent but hooker-filled death.
He also has a huge dick, I heard. Oh, the biggest. Rest in peace, Michael Edwards.
So why do you hate T3?
Yeah, why do you hate T3? Is it just Nick Stahl?
For every reason you guys stated. You guys actually, honestly, play back my fucking, like, your guys' like conversation as my case.
Because it has Arnold in it. It's just a weak remake of T2.
It's fucking horrible. You guys are both like, yeah, it's a horrible John Connor.
I don't like Nick Stahl as John Connor.
Yeah, they make fun of Arnie.
I wanted to have like a lot of jokes in that one, especially at Arnold's expense.
Yeah, it's all colorful. Yeah, it's all shot in daytime.
It's fucking all during the daytime. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, there's too many fucking jokes. Like, that's the reasons why I hate that movie.
Yeah, it's not.
You know what else it does?
Fair enough.
It doesn't even have Arnold say, "I'll be back." It has him say, "She'll be back."
Yeah.
Like, I like Terminator Salvation because it fucking takes a chance with another like person to play the Terminator as Sam Worthington. He didn't do a good job, but I like how they tried that.
I only hope you have.
And one of my favorite things about the movie is they did gutsy shit. Like, they had this great long take. It's digital and it's totally cut together, but it's this long take that looks great, and it's a fucking great way to introduce yourself into the semi-future.
The helicopter crash?
Yeah, the opening.
Yeah, the helicopter crash, yeah.
Yeah, the problem with that movie...
No, there's two. There's even the long take when you first set up the incoming. They napalm all the satellite dishes, and then they land the helicopters, and they all jump into the pit. But then there's the second long take when it is, the helicopter crash.
Huh.
Was there a writer's strike during that movie?
There was.
Because that movie, like, what is it trying to say? It's just it doesn't do anything to advance the Terminator story at all.
They also
No, it doesn't.
Didn't they reshoot the end because originally it was like a very different thing where
Connor died in the end apparently, and what they did is they put Connor's skin onto the Sam Worthington Terminator, and so John Connor moving forward was a Terminator, and that was the twist. But they canceled.
God, that would have been
the director's
horrible.
cut's actually a little bit better because it has whatever name is Moon Bloodshine, whatever that actress's name
Moon
is.
Bloodgood.
Moon Bloodgood. You actually see her titties in the director's cut.
Yeah, barely.
But I thought the movie was a little gutsier. It was at least, like a real R movie, while Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines was hardly R, other than like a few like butt shots from Kristana Loken.
Salvation's PG-13.
Is Salvation? Well, no, the director's cuts are. The director's cut is for sure R.
I love how Christian Bale can get on a Terminator motorcycle for some reason that doesn't have any sort of clutch, brake, gas, or anything, and ride it from LA to San Francisco like in like an hour.
Yeah, that's one of the things I don't like about that movie. Is not that particular, even though that is ridiculous. Is that the heads-up display on all the Terminators is so vastly more advanced than what we eventually get for 1986's or 1984's Terminator or the Terminator.
Well, the entire resistance doesn't like line up because they're basically like Al Qaeda in like level of technology where they have in T2 and T3 where they just have like
laser guns.
Yeah, and Toyota Hiluxes and like AK-47s like that still work.
Great vehicle, by the way, the Toyota, the fucking pickup. Oh yeah, that's awesome.
It's just called the Toyota pickup in America, but it's called Toyota Hilux everywhere else, and yeah, that's what they are riding in. Love it. But in Salvation they have like submarines and jets and shit. It's like you guys got a lot more advanced than this version.
They did. They got way more advanced. Oh, the machines are even more advanced. The fucking Terminators are more
Speaking
advanced.
of your Toyota, I love when it flips over and it's like the dummy just gets like totally fucking mutilated.
Oh, dude, the guy on the back on the gun turret gets destroyed.
He gets destroyed.
They
lands right on his head.
They die.
Hey, are we at 10 minutes?
I'm sure we are.
We're almost there, yeah. So let's wrap up our thoughts.
Cool. Yeah, you got anything else to say?
Is anyone excited about the new Terminator? That's something we can say. And I don't think so.
No. Well, because James Cameron's involved, maybe. But then he
I
had
hadn't been
really
excited
good.
about Terminator since Terminator 3 came out, and it was shit, honestly. And then I went, okay, I'm not excited about any more Terminators. And then Salvation came out, and I was like, all right, it was fine. It met my fucking like hype because I expected nothing. And then Genesis, I was like, this is shit, but whatever.
We can stop Judgment Day from happening.
I'll be back.
What?
2009 was a horrible year in theaters because it was affected by the 2007 writer's strike.
Yeah. I mean, 8 was so good, though. So it was like, it kind of.
8 was great.
Is 8 Dark Knight?
Yeah.
Tropic Thunder, Iron Man,
Broken
Incredible
Arrow,
Hulk,
Crystal Skull,
Face Off,
Broken Arrow,
Con Air,
Face Off,
Batman and Robin,
John Travolta's hair, Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke, Baby, Secret of the Lost Legend.
All right, we're done.
All right, are we ready for the next one?
Yeah, do another bone. Bone me.
The next boner is... What is the most fabulous dick pic in a movie? This is a Ballard. This is a Ballard boner.
This is a joke.
No, it's real.
I actually actually think I do remember what I originally prompted this one. I think I have one.
So it has to be a picture of a dick. It can't just be a dick shot.
Oh, no.
Well,
wait, really? No.
Okay, so
this
is how I imagined it.
Oh, no.
It has to be a photo of it has to be in a movie, a photo of a dick, but you can just turn it into dick talk. So
yeah, no, I was gonna say a dick in the movie. I mean,
love that dong, Noli, do it.
Love that dong. Love that dick pic dong.
Yeah, no, I read this as, and the reason I thought it was funny is because I thought you were just saying dick in a movie, because like a dick in a movie.
All right, folks, you heard it. It's love that dong, and it is love the most fabulous dick pic in a movie. Tonight we have Felk's rant. Go ahead.
My
Felk.
favorite dick in a movie is Kevin Bacon's in Wild Things. Because it's just so unexpected and then it hits you right there and it's big.
It does. It is very unexpected. That whole movie is like really good sex scenes, and so you should have kind of see it coming. You don't see what's his name, not Matt Damon. What's his name? Matt
Dillon.
Matt Dillon. You don't see his dick in the threesome either.
No.
Johnny Drama's brother.
But Johnny Drama's brother. But oh God, what a hot threesome! And on top of that, what a great hot lesbian scene in the pool of that movie. But you do not expect Kevin Bacon to come walking out of that shower with his dick just flopping
because he's Kevin Bacon.
Which way?
Okay, so it's not dick pic. We're just talking about dick shots.
Well, that's what
I said. You could just do this love this dong. Yeah. So we're just in dong talk.
Oh,
dong talk.
I love dong talk.
Well, it's got to be from a movie. You can't just say like this. Oh, Steven last Saturday night sent me a pic on his phone.
The only dick pic in a movie I can think of is Seven.
What?
Which one?
That was
the knife.
They
dick?
showed a picture of a dildo dick with a knife on it.
It's not even a dick.
That doesn't count. That doesn't count.
It's a
You've seen
picture.
Will Ferrell's dick. You've seen Will Ferrell's dick in Old School.
see-
Like you gotta pick a real dick.
Picture?
You see hundreds of dicks. No, it doesn't have to be a picture. Just any dick in a movie. What's your favorite dick in a movie? Come on, you gotta have dicks. You love dicks.
My favorite dick in a movie. I gotta think long and hard about this.
I get it.
Oh, there's another great dick in Seven. The camera pans over the fat guy's dead body, and his little fucking dick is sitting there with the magnifying glass, just to let you know that it's right there.
Yep.
I don't remember
Yeah.
that.
Oh. Seven. Yeah. No. There. I do recall. You do see his like a little bit of a dick, right?
Oh, Seven's flashing dick left and right.
I don't know if it's flashing dick left and right.
Oh, you got fucking Morgan Freeman's dick just hitting you in the face, and Brad Pitt's like, I'll hit you with my dick in the face. There's just so much dick.
Have you ever seen anything like this?
So much dick.
How can you not talk about? I have like my four runners up right now.
Go with
What
them.
are they?
Go with them.
Well, all right. Well, Kevin Bacon's 2 out of my 5, so like his invisible dick in Hollow Man is also going to be on it because you can see it like all waving around and shit.
Oh, I love that dick in Hollow Man.
What about Eastern Promises? Right? Isn't Vigo?
I don't like that scene. I don't like dicks in that scene.
You know why I don't like that scene? Because I'm just so worried his dick's gonna get nicked by a knife or
Yeah,
something.
I did not like that. Yeah, I was really worried about his dick in that scene.
We talked about Tom Hanks's almost dick in Forrest Gump.
Yeah, we've also talked about Michael Fassbender's dick in Shame. We've talked about a lot of dicks on this show already. What's your favorite dick in a movie?
Michael Bean's dick in The Rock. He whips it out right before he dies in the bathroom as a ninja, as a Navy SEAL. He's a ninja. I have that movie so wrong. I thought it was ninjas versus samurai.
You do see either the nutsack or tip of dick from Robert Patrick's in T2.
You do. You see Arnold's dick in the Terminator.
Do you see it?
Yeah. The Terminator, you see his dick, and in T2, you see the bottom of his balls and the bell end.
I love that shot where you see a nice bottom of the balls hanging between the thighs. It's a good shot.
Nolan, what's your most fabulous dick pic?
Yeah, this is taking you way too long for.
Oh, I'm not gonna have one. I can't think of off the top of my head the best dick.
What do you mean you can't have one? Just say Arnold's. You saw Arnold's dick.
Do you guys like the dicks at the end of Superbad? Those are my favorite dicks.
Dude, oh, absolutely. I really connected with Superbad. So There are these photos I have when I was a little boy, apparently, where I drew a lot of people having sex.
Be careful
and I
there.
blacked them out. I don't remember like
people
drawing
having
these things.
sex?
Yeah, and my mom has them, and she's shown them to my wife, and my wife's seen them, and they've like laughed about it. But like I haven't seen them. And what happened was apparently like the teachers had like this whole conference. I blacked the shit out. The teachers had this whole conference, and with the principal or whatever, and they sat down and they talked about my drawings. And I literally had to like I guess like have them stored away, and that's all blacked out of my fucking head. I don't remember any of this shit.
So it was like hardcore penetration?
I guess, and I've asked my mom if I can see them again, so I can actually know what I drew, and she will not show them to me because she's afraid that I'll grab them and just fucking throw them away.
At this point?
Yes, she still won't let me see them.
At this point, I just want to see my fabulous like masterpieces.
I'm gonna have to wait till she dies, and then I hope that there's not like some like note on it like burn before Michael ever sees.
Phil, did you say your most fabulous dick? You had like 5. You didn't mention.
He had a whole.
I had a whole bunch, but I gave a number 1, and you declined to answer.
I said Superbad.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say Fight Club, but maybe you don't like Fight Club.
I don't know. Maybe Fight Club.
It was a dick. It's a big part of the movie.
Oh
yeah.
Oh, spliced in there for like split seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Those are some nice.
That's a great dick pic.
Nice
That's a great dick pic.
Fight Club may come up later.
You know what? Maybe that's mine.
That would be on my list. Those are my top 5. Okay, we have our next boner ready.
Pull it.
Our next boner comes from Nolan, who really wants to talk about a specific movie and stack the deck as hard as possible. I think is finally getting what he wants. What is the most fabulous pairing of 2 superstars cast opposite as hero and villain?
Yes.
Now I know goddamn well what you're gonna pick on this one. Because it's also more or less 7 other different topics.
What a predicament.
Yes. Probably involves John Travolta. But it said no John Travolta's allowed. We can't talk about it.
No John Travolta's hair allowed. You're not allowed to talk about his hair this time because that's a separate topic. We have.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Face Off is right there, but I don't think it's mine.
Oh, really?
It's right there. I don't think it's mine. I don't want to talk about John Travolta too much.
I easily have one that has no John Travolta or Nick Cage or neither of their hair in it. I got one. I'll go first.
Sylvester Stallone. Wesley Snipes. The future isn't big enough for the both of them. Demolition Man.
Demolition Man.
Oh, no one's frozen.
Oh shit! No one's frozen during my.
I thought he was.
my
I
name
thought he was
drop.
astounded. He's probably talking about Nicolas Cage's hair right now.
He is.
We'll never know.
Did Ballard give a name?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, he did.
Demolition Man.
Yes,
Whoa.
that's mine. That's mine.
What?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Oh, good.
It's,
Symmetry.
yeah, because it's a time when like I don't think they do this anymore, where you have like just 2 stars, and there's like Stallone, Snipes. That's on the poster with them just looking at each other. Like, when does that happen anymore?
It does. It X versus Server.
X versus Sever. But it's
There we
actually
go.
ballistic. X versus Sever.
Yeah, it's
Whatever.
And by the way,
Great
they are
film.
not the villains of that movie. They team up at the end.
Wasn't Paycheck also that?
I guess you have Batman v Superman.
Yeah, Batman. Well, Batman v Superman. Cavill's not really a superstar though.
When I suggested this boner, all I saw in my head was that poster with Stallone and Snipes on it, and them looking at each other.
Such a hard poster.
Yeah.
It is a damn good poster. They don't do boxing match posters much anymore, do they? I mean, they did for Civil War.
They did for Superman and Batman.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. But like that's it. Like
Justice.
only comic book ones, I guess, that are really versus.
That's what I'm thinking.
If you go with Demolition Man, I would actually go with Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, the Ultimate Extended Edition.
I don't consider
you just
Henry
switching it?
Cavill a superstar.
Yeah, Henry Cavill after Mission Impossible: Fallout
No.
Nation.
That doesn't
comes
come out.
It'll be.
Yeah, and
He's
you
been
don't
in
put-
one movie.
It was not on the poster. Affleck versus Cavill. No,
Yeah.
Demolition Man was Stallone versus
It
Snipes.
should have been. It should have been Affleck versus.
Now, however, it
Probably
did
would have been
say
a better movie.
Keaton. Actually, no, it said Nicholson, Keaton, Batman,
Nicholson was first. Yeah.
Clooney, Schwarzenegger, bunch of other names.
Chris O'Donnell, Uma Thurman, Alicia Silverstone,
Batman, and Robin. Comic books are the ones that really did the pairing. But my favorite, my biggest pairing is
Brokeback Mountain.
more. They were actually on the same side, I think.
Oh.
Hero and villain. I'm going to say Liam Neeson and Ray Fiennes.
Oh shit! Shit, you asshole! This is fucking playing into your head because of me earlier today.
Those aren't superstars.
Yes, they are.
Ray Fiennes is not a superstar.
I think he's a superstar.
Well, I guess you're entitled to your
So, are you
opinion.
talking? You're talking about Clash of the Titans, right?
Oh yeah, exactly.
Clash of the Titans.
Yep.
Excellent movie.
Clash of the Titans.
About the Holocaust.
Clash of the Titans is about the Holocaust, right?
It is. It's a metaphor.
Winner of 7 Academy Awards.
They say your factory is a haven. They say you are good.
Who says that?
Everyone.
Huh. Let's talk about Demolition Man.
You guys were trying to talk about You were trying to talk about John Travolta and Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. Let's talk about John Travolta and Nicolas Cage.
That was the point of this topic. Dun,
It
dun,
is
dun,
great.
dun. Dun, 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 dun.
What about Double Impact?
Van Damme versus Van Damme.
Now, get ready. Double Impact. There's 2 of them.
We don't see much of that
Yep.
anymore where guys playing himself and fighting himself.
Nope.
That seems to be a 90s niche.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
But yeah, I just remember the summer of Face Off was like, it was the teaser trailer was it Nicolas Cage talking or John Travolta talking? The camera's just panning around the whole time. And on the final turn, it comes around and it switches people. And it's like,
I know his every mannerism, facial tick, gesture. I know him better than he knows himself. And now, after all this time, I finally figured out a way to trap him. I will become him.
I will become him. And you're like, what the fuck? And it's like, John Travolta and Nicolas Cage are in a movie together? That was at the peak of their fucking powers.
Yeah.
I thought we specifically said no John Travolta or Nick Cage talking.
We said no John Travolta's hair. We can't talk about his hair.
Oh, only his hair?
Yeah.
I bet.
I won't talk about Sean Archer's hair.
What? Whose hair?
Sean Archer. John Travolta.
Oh, Sean Archer. Okay.
Face Off.
I thought you were slurring John Travolta, honestly.
Oh. That'd be a bad slur.
Yes.
John Travolta. Sean Archer.
Sean Archer.
Although they don't just switch faces, they also switch hair.
They do switch hair. We can't talk about
Stop
that.
talking about their hair.
Plan B. Let's just kill each other.
What about their body hair? Because I think John Travolta gets a lot more chest hair.
They show it being trimmed by lasers.
Yeah. Yes, that's nice.
And they have to do like lipo to make John Travolta skinnier.
That's right.
And and I'm sure they're not really the same height, so they had to just lie about that.
I wanted to talk about more John Travolta, but fuck, we're outlawed.
I know, it was bad timing. Don't stack the deck anymore.
Well, don't worry. There's still 7 other topics that can come up in which we can talk about John Travolta.
I can't wait.
Next boner.
All right. That was such a great boner. Let's get to another boner.
The next boner is a nostalgia boner. A boner that brings us back to the way we watched movies growing up.
This is like a baby boy ballad.
You could even say we grew up on this format.
Yeah. I grew up on this.
What is the most fabulous movie on VHS?
Oh.
Now, that could be any movie.
But
obviously, after a certain point, 99, 98, no movies on VHS. But you got to think that's how you first watched it, was on VHS.
Yes.
Wow, this is really broad.
This is a very broad one. That's why I'm trying to...
I got it. I'm
trying to explain, though.
Answer here either.
Not only do you have to have watched it for the first time on VHS, but the VHS itself has to play into it. Maybe the tracking was bad, or maybe the tracking was great. Maybe that's why it was so good. Maybe you brought it over to a friend's house and you watched it put your VHS into his VCR. Maybe you taped it off TV or something like that.
Oh, those.
But the VHS has got to be tied to your memory.
All right, I think I have it. We had to see it for the first time though on VHS.
That had to be how you saw it for the first time.
Oh,
you can have since watched it on DVD or Blu-ray.
Actually, this movie works out for that. Yeah, because so this movie came out in the late '80s. I don't think I saw it in theaters. I didn't see it in theaters. But the first time I watched this film, my mom bought me the VHS and we played it, not knowing that she bought the version that had Spanish subtitles.
Oh,
and that movie would be Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
No way! Yes way!
Awesome.
So I watched that movie.
What a great
like
way to learn Spanish.
10 fucking times with yellow text at the bottom saying like,
excellent!
See, you learned Spanish. That's fucking awesome. It was educational version
I learned so much Spanish.
Bill and Ted.
Totally.
Fuck, man. I can't think of... I mean, there's shit like T2, and I don't want to, like, rehash T2. Oh, dude, Top Gun. I saw that for the first time on VHS. I wanted to go so bad to the fucking movie theaters, and my older brother and my uncle were like, nope, you're too young. I was, like, 5? I was like, I want to go see this movie. And I remember when that movie came out, I finally saw it in VHS.
No, Kelly McGillis is too sexual for you.
Yeah, and they made me cover my eyes when I finally saw it in VHS. When it came to the sex scene, I had to cover my eyes. Don, 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 don.
Speaking of dick shots, I love Tom Cruise's pants are open in that shot. Ugh, I want to see his dick so bad.
Breath away.
Yeah.
Phil, do you think that they spun over at some point and he licked her asshole? We just didn't see that scene.
She's a lesbian now, so probably. Take my breath away.
She's a lesbian now? What do you mean she's a lesbian now?
She was pretending back then to be straight.
Is that right? That is right.
Wait, Kelly McGillis is a lesbian?
Yeah.
You didn't know that?
No.
Oh yeah, she's been a lesbian for years.
And ugly for longer than that.
Oh wow.
Wow, you just blew a Ricky Martin on me right now.
Oh yeah. You didn't
I didn't
see
know
that one
Ricky
coming?
Martin was gay. I still don't.
Still do.
My breath away.
Oh man, this is so broad, Phil. I don't know if it has like a correct answer.
It's an easy one.
Oh, Phil has an
What
easy
was mine?
answer.
What was my answer?
You tell me.
What was it?
You don't
Movie on
have.
VHS?
You didn't give me one. Maybe it was Top Gun.
Jesus. You know what? I might have to go with Ghostbusters because it was called GB1. It was a fucking recording off of like NBC or something like that.
Yeah, me too.
And I love Ghostbusters. And it was a cut down, edited version. I didn't get the blowjob ghost scene. You know, I didn't get some of the other stuff. I got like a different like deleted scene put in. But I loved it.
Yeah, and I had that VHS too.
And it's gone, and I don't have it
Yeah.
anymore. I can never watch that version again.
I was missing the first like 8 minutes of it. Like it just ended. Like it started with like the library ghost going like shh. That's how the movie began for me. I missed like all of, like the setup.
Oh, I love old school VHS recordings off of TV with like the parents. Your parents clearly fucked up and they like miss the beginning of it, or they try to stop it in between commercial breaks and they fuck up. So all of a sudden you come back in, you're like halfway through a scene because they were like hitting record, and the thing was like trying to wind up so it could actually record and start the recording. And like, oh dude, and like people are sprinting off the couch, right, or running from the kitchen to like hit the record button. Oh my god, I had so many of those VHSs. I loved VHS recordings. I still have VHSs called like Cool Shows and stuff like that, and Hot Chick tapes, and like hot chick sex
we know
scenes.
you keep everything. You've kept everything since your days of being an adolescent and teenage boy.
Until you said that it had to be the first time you saw it on theaters. Well, technically, I saw these versions of it,
gold and silver,
in theaters, and this is the special edition. And I got the gold version at first. Now, the gold version of Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, the special edition trilogy set on VHS, it's full screen. So when I got this for my birthday, at my birthday party, I opened it, and like the bratty little piece of shit kid I was, I fucking went, Mom, this is full screen. I'm not gonna see the whole image. I'll miss out on 50% of the screen. I need the right one. And forced her essentially to go run out, find the silver one that says widescreen on it. And then I turned them into my own bookends.
That's beautiful how it lines up. They really were thinking that out.
And you pulled them out of your ass just now and held them up in front of us.
I did. I have them right next to me. I have so much shit just right off camera, always ready to go.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, here's the interesting thing: is I did not see Star Wars for the first time on VHS.
Laserdisc.
Nope. No, that I wasn't that old. I was a little and toddler when I saw them for the first time, and I grew up in a beta household. That's right. For the longest time, movies I experienced were beta. Got 525 lines of resolution, costs more.
Betamax.
The sound reproduction on an ordinary VCR is almost as good as FM stereo, which is almost as good as an audio cassette, which is not quite as good as an LP, which is close to the sound of a fine reel-to-reel recorder, which is nearly as good as the extraordinary Beta Hi-Fi VCR.
Beta was great, and it was my dad's preferred way to watch movies because he always said it was better. Of course, you'd have to. Some movies would come on 2 tapes because that betas could only go up to like an hour and 45 minutes or something like that. So it was annoying. But eventually, so I watched some movies on VHS with like a friend, like in a new house, and got friends with the Neighborhood Boys, got to see like Aliens and all those great T2. Well, no, T2 I saw in theaters, but Aliens I saw on VHS. But
I'm so jelly of you two seeing T2 in theaters.
Oh, that's great. But eventually,
God damn, can you imagine seeing T2 in theaters? I can't.
I can.
Exactly. I can't. And that fucking pisses me off.
I just saw it in theaters
man.
like months ago in 3D.
I know. I should have gone and seen the 3D version of it. I can't believe I didn't do that.
You should have.
Fuck me in the ass.
Show us your dick. Show us your dick.
Fuck you in the ass.
Show us your whole dick.
But eventually, my parents did go VHS when Beta was dead, and for the first time with a friend, a childhood friend of mine, we got to go to a rental store, and I love Aliens. I wanted to see more of that, and a friend tells me about this movie. that we should look for at the rental store. And he lies. My mom's never heard of this movie. She's like, I've never heard of that. That sounds violent. Is it violent? He's like, no, it's way less violent than Aliens. And so we watched for the first time on VHS on a 40-inch fucking screen, Predator.
Oh.
And the tracking was awful. And I had to fight it basically had to watch the whole movie adjusting the tracking because my dad taught me how to do that.
That's fucking horrible.
Never had to do any of that with Beta.
Did you look badass adjusting the tracking? Like, was everyone like, oh my God, Felk, you're killing it right now, nailing it?
But Predator never was released on Beta. It opened up a world of possibilities. I'd never heard of this movie because we went to special Beta rental stores where you were only limited to the movies that happened released on Beta, which was a lot of good movies like the Star Wars trilogy. But like you missed in Dune, I got to see Dune before I got to see Predator because Dune was released on Beta, but I never got to see.
Yeah, what was that, like a store of like 50 tapes?
Yeah, exactly. So all of a sudden, all these movies, are opened up to me. It was, like in the age of mom and pop rental stores before Blockbuster took all that over and put all those poor moms and pops out of business.
And Warehouse.
Yeah, and Hollywood.
And Hollywood Video.
But all these new movies, never even heard of this movie Predator, knew it was the guy from the Terminator, which I don't even think I've seen yet. And it's Predator. But it was, it was not just a whole new world. It wasn't just a whole new movie. It was a whole new world.
In a part of the world where there are no rules, you lose it here. You're in a world of hurt.
A whole new world.
Predator.
It was a whole new world.
The hunt begins Friday, June 12th at theaters everywhere.
Huh.
I'm gonna make another.
Do it.
Butterscotch schnapps.
Make a butterbeer on air, big guy.
On air drink mixing.
Oh, great. On air drink mixing.
Butterscotch schnapps.
Yeah.
1 shot of that.
Oh, great. On air drink mixing.
Actually, 1.5 shots of butterscotch schnapps. 1.5 shots. Sorry, it has whipped cream at the top. It wouldn't keep.
Oh, great. On air drink mixing.
1 shot of vodka just to make it actually alcoholic.
Oh, great. On air drink mixing. I feel like a musical number's happening right now.
Now, something fell on my foot.
Oh, great. On air drink mixing.
Something fell on my foot.
Oh, great. On air drink mixing.
He doesn't understand these things.
He doesn't understand these things.
No one's pretty. He doesn't understand these things.
Dude, I want to fuck you in the ass right now.
Pull my cock out. Hold on.
Oh, great. On air drink mixing.
Oh, great. On air drink mixing.
The key ingredients: actual Flying Cauldron butterscotch beer, non-alcoholic, but that's what the butterscotch schnapps and vodka is for.
Oh, great. On air drink.
And on top it with whipped cream, because I recently went to Universal Studios and got to taste sweet pussy.
Oh, Felk, you got that sweet buttercream all over your lips.
I bet this is so good. This is like my new favorite thing in the world.
Felk, make me one. I'm done with my drink, and I don't think I'm gonna get another drink, guys. Just so you know.
That's okay.
Cool.
Let's do the last boner. Last boner.
Well, we went in 3. Have we done 4?
Done 4. We got weird boners tonight.
Yeah, we did.
Sequel to Terminator 2, best dick in a movie, which I was not prepared for. Best pairing of superstars is hero and villain.
Oh yeah, we're on our last boner.
Best movie on VHS. We're on our last boner.
All right, our final boner is, what is the most...
Felk, you have so much buttercream on your
on your fucking lips.
You and your butterbeers. Oh, Felk, you and your butterbeers. God damn it, I'm gonna have myself a butterbeer.
You have to get that special, it's a special sweet pussy. And they have it at Bevmo. It's not as sweet as the one at Universal, but it's pretty close. And you gotta get butterscotch schnapps.
Felk, can you do a recording of butterbeer, how to make one, and put it on our channel?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
What is the most fabulous werewolf scene?
Oh.
In a movie? In a film? What is it? Most fabulous werewolf scene? That's it?
It can be a real life werewolf if you have one of those stories.
No, it's in a movie.
I might. Well, okay. I really like the scene in Wolf where Jack Nicholson fucks Michelle Pfeiffer doggy style, and it's thought to be in the ass. It's also thought that his dick gets so engorged it gets kind of stuck.
This is weird because I have a boner that I put in specifically so I can talk about Wolf.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, and
okay,
now we're here.
I'll figure. Honestly, my werewolf scene.
Now we're here.
Go
Talk
ahead.
about it.
And my boner is unrelated, and you guys wouldn't have answers from Wolf, but I would. So I'm not gonna say what my boner is. But
I literally just said wolf.
Wolf is on my list as well, and I love when he's like getting to become the wolf, and he starts to be able to like smell, and he realizes he can see things real far.
You crazy?
No. Just marking my territory.
He gets more sexually aroused.
Yeah, no, he can smell it. When the old man asks him to bite him, I think that's funny. It's a weird scene. Bite me, because he wants to become a wolf.
It feels good to be.
And then, but my favorite is the transformation scene in American Werewolf in London, because that's like horrible.
Yeah, that's mine.
That's
mine.
Dark and like it's such a beautiful like visual effects.
Hearing those bones break is like amazing.
Visually, we actually talked about this a little bit in our Batman Beyond podcast because there's a change to for Man Bat, and it was very similar. Like it was almost like inspired by that, and yeah, it fucking that's mine for sure because that is real. I mean, like as a child and you're watching that, that's fucking real. First of all, that movie is horrifying as a kid. Looking back at it as an adult, it's fucking amazing. It's hilarious, but as a child. All I remember seeing was this dude walking around with fucking flesh constantly falling off his face and body more and more, especially off his throat. It was just horrifying to look at. His friend, yeah. The ghost zombie that plagued him. And then to see actually like this fucking werewolf come to life.
That was amazing.
That was nightmare fueling. I mean, like that. I remember I had horrible dreams about werewolves, and I always thought Dracula was going to bite me on the neck in the middle of the night. Mm-hmm. So I always pulled my sheet all the way up to my neck, and I fell asleep, and I made sure my back was all the way to the wall.
He could bite through the sheet.
No, my sheet was like special. I imagined it was like special because like Castlevania, Simon's Quest 2. Like I fucking absolutely like thought like this thing had some kind of holy enchanting. I was just like, okay, my sheet is protecting me no matter what. As long as they can't see my neck, they don't want my neck.
It's not technically. I mean, I guess it's a werewolf because werewolf just means wolf human, right? So like when Dracula, he can be like.
So technically, Jack Nicholson is definitely not a werewolf.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
He's not. He's turning into a wolf.
He just becomes a wolf. But he just grows into a wolf.
Whereas Dracula becomes like a werewolf. That's one of his forms he can take.
That's shape-shifting.
That's shape-shifting. But so is werewolves, skinwalkers,
No. So True Blood, it's like True Blood rules, right? Like there's shapeshifters in True Blood.
The less we talk about True Blood, the better.
But then there's actually werewolves in True Blood.
Yeah, I agree, but I hate True Blood's interpretation of werewolves, where they're just limited shapeshifters.
I never finished it. I couldn't finish the final season.
Yeah,
I never
it got horrible.
It.
It was so bad I couldn't finish it either.
Yeah. No, it's bad. Rutger Hauer unfortunately comes in at like when it's the worst.
I don't want to talk about True Blood, but as soon as they have this the Sucky and the Eric love line where he shoots the fairy. What was her name?
Sookie.
Her name.
Sookie. Oh, Sookie.
When Eric became like a good guy with amnesia, like get me out of here.
Me so horny, baby. Me so horny.
Sookie.
Me love you long time. Me give you sucky.
So Felk, you say wolf. Ballard, you say.
Me love you long time.
Ballard, you say American Werewolf in London. You guys are forgetting the most.
Monster Squad. I love Monster Squad, but we already talked about that.
No, you're forgetting the best.
He's gonna say I'm about Teen Wolf.
Teen Wolf, yeah. God damn it! I have a whole Teen Wolf boner.
You're forgetting the best werewolf.
What's the best werewolf, Nolan?
This is gonna ruin Teen Wolf.
The best werewolf. When you're a young child watching a movie, and you watch your fucking favorite actor at the time, Michael J. Fox.
Wait a minute. These waves are mine.
Transform into a wonderful werewolf, and he gets on top of a fucking van, and the music goes. And he's up there just fucking playing the air guitar, ride on a van. I wanted to do that. That was my fucking dream.
That was pretty cool.
To be a werewolf and ride on the top of a van.
I don't like Teen Wolf that much. I think it's fine.
Folk doesn't like Teen Wolf. I know he doesn't like it.
I love Teen Wolf. Teen Wolf 2 is not very
Teen Wolf's
good.
like unbelievable. It's a great film.
Yeah.
Is it?
Dude, there's a dick in Teen Wolf. At the end, there's an actual penis. Have you guys seen that shit?
Yeah, I've looked at it.
There's a dick in Teen Wolf, and that's my favorite dick.
That's your favorite dick?
Yeah, going back
Dude,
to earlier.
okay, the dick in Teen Wolf is on par with the little kid in Back to the Future 3 who fingers the fucking camera.
Yeah, what's up with that kid?
The kid at the train at the very end? Yeah.
Allegedly, he wanted to pee and he was letting them know, but that's probably not true.
He fingers the camera, then he points his dick.
He doesn't finger the camera. He points at the. Well, I thought he gives like.
He's doing something weird.
Yeah, like come here kind of gesture to the camera. Oh, that's what you mean by finger the camera, of course.
Yeah, and then he fucking points to his dick like directly and taps it like twice.
He's weird. That's a weird child.
That's a weird kid.
Yeah, what happened to that kid?
Yeah. All right, are we done?
Well, we better stop talking about all these fabulous boner moments in movies. I've been hammering at my cock for the last hour. My teenage testicles are filling up to the max, and I can't take it anymore.
Oh my gosh, again.
No! I'm getting so sweaty, and my balls have gotten so large, grown the size of a volleyball, son. It's like sitting on a new ass, and I don't know which ass is the real ass. My old ass or the new ass. I had a dream in which that happened with cocks, you know. Wait, I know. I'm gonna jamma a yellow banana nama straight inside of the assa of that one with the whole ass ripping, son.
Wow. You got through that, Phelps. You made it.
Cool Boy Nation, tell us what you think about this episode's fabulous boner moments in movies. Also, if you have any questions or any more insight on our fabulous boners, then let us know by emailing us at thecoolboyspodcast@gmail.com. New episodes come out every Tuesday. Like and subscribe to us on iTunes, YouTube, SoundCloud, Twitter, and Facebook, and please rate and review us as well. You can also donate to us on Patreon and receive additional content like Cool Boys After Dark. It only costs it'll cost $1. It only costs $1, and you will receive special access to content too hot to air. You can find the Cool Boys on Patreon at patreon.com/coolboyspodcast. Please check out our other great Cool Boy Central content with Batman and Beyond, a Cool Boys podcast on iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, and Patreon, where the Cool Boys have an uncensored discussion about Batman, the animated series, everything ranging from bat tips to bat nips and all the boners they have given us. Thank you for listening. Stay cool, Cool Boy Nation. Until next time, it's Byzies from Frosty Felk.
Ooh. Oh yeah, IceCast. And Spicy's from Brisk Ballard.
And that's Spicy's from Nippy Nolan. Yeah, what happened to ice? We didn't talk about ice.
So
My drink actually doesn't, the whipped cream wouldn't work well with ice. It's supposed to be like a beer.
So you have no ice in your drink?
No.
I don't think you elaborate. You didn't elaborate on that during your on-air drink mixing. You did not say there was no ice in there.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked up, actually.
Yeah.
Well, it's beer. Sorry, there's no ice in your wine.
Nope. Ballard, do you have ice in your drink?
I did.
Okay, good.
Tyson's always have ice.
At least someone had some fucking ice.
IceCast.
You are standing American boy.
You have excelled in all things.
I pump while I dump.
Oh, yeah.
So cool.
Oh, yeah.
So cool.
Oh, yeah.
So cool.
Oh, yeah.
This episode of the Cool Boys podcast was brought to you by...
Rest in peace, Michael Edwards.
Yeah.
He also has a huge dick, I heard.
Oh, the biggest.
Get some
Cool Boys.
So serious.